All right, so welcome back. So first off, let's discuss the good part. Now, the good part is that you have an opt-in here. So what I've actually noticed with a lot of personal brand-oriented websites is that they do not even have an opt-in box. They're not even actively generating leads, right? Probably, I don't know, maybe the fear of sounding salesy or the fear of sounding pushy and obnoxious, and they just want to make it a very one-way information kind of a thing. And I personally, have objections with people who are trying to build their personal brands in that way, right? So, like I said, the good thing that you have it here, but the bad thing is that the conversations are really not connecting at a deeper level, and they're not really, they're completely missing the mark on an emotional level. So let me read this out to you. When you say, do you maximize your brand and style's true value? I mean, people, again, I would like to, emphasize on the same thing. People are not really talking like that. I mean, they're not waking up from their deep sleep and saying, you know what, I want to maximize my brand and my style's true value. Right? That's a mouthful. I mean, I cannot even say that in one full sentence, right? So you would like to eliminate such language which just doesn't which just doesn't appeal to your prospects, which just doesn't gel well with them, right? Which is just too jargonish, right? So now, when you say successful Silicon Valley executives and entrepreneurs are powerfully reconnecting their strengths to be more powerful in their messages and leadership. Well, okay, you make a point there. Is it even possible that creating your personal style leads to transformation of your leadership style? I mean, I don't know why you should be really asking that question there, because it's just kind of confusing, right? I mean, you want to get them to download your book, so you might as well talk about it and spend time talking about that, because let's look at this. Your headline is download my free report. So try and strengthen your argument for downloading a free report. Why should someone really do that? What's in it there for them? What's the promise that you're making that you will be fulfilling once they have the report copy with them, right? So that's how you would like to build your argument in order to strengthen the headline, the claim that you've made in the headline, right? But here you're sort of digressing and you're making long-winded arguments which are not really getting to the point quickly, right? So it just sort of gets confusing, right? The new report, 6 Secrets to Success in Silicon Valley. Now look at that, the name of the report. I really have a problem with that, because what you really want to do is that you want to name your report in a way that really positions you as the authority that you are. You really want to name it in a way that it really speaks volumes for itself, right? So when you're saying that to success in Silicon Valley, I would like to point out that you have actually made it a bit too generic. I mean, why would, because success in Silicon Valley could mean 10,000 things, right? It may not have anything to do with, it may not have, as much to do with clothes, really. I mean, that's not the sort of thing that one would really think of, because success in Silicon Valley has to do with a lot of other things apart from just your dressing sense and apart from just your personality. I mean, I hope that's the truth. I mean, I'm sure that it has to do with your confidence, with your skills, with your knowledge, right? It just doesn't have to do with the clothes that you actually wear to work, right? So this is what you want to do, that you want to get really specific there, right? And then when you say a client's story proves the effectiveness of each secret. Now this is a hallmark of a low confidence, a low authority copy, right? So why would your clients need to, jump into the picture to actually prove the effectiveness of each secret? I mean, you're the one who's spilling the beans. You're the one who's giving away the secrets. So you are in an authoritative position. You're sitting on the throne to be able to give them the secrets, because it's the person you are, because the brand you are. So you might, it would be better off to actually say that, well, these are the secrets of the industry. These are the secrets of the trade that I'm going to let you out, and I'm going to actually share with you, the confidential things that you've not known. So you want to come out and say that authoritatively, rather than saying that the clients will come and prove the effectiveness. That's not needed, really. Your clients don't have to come and put a stamp on it. You are the one who's giving out the secrets, really. So that's that. I mean, I would really recommend you to relook at this and kind of give it a complete makeover, so that it's a pretty solid copy, right? And that said, I'm going to now share with you what is my suggestion. So here we go. Create a wardrobe you love choosing from. Exude confidence with your new fresh look. So we make a very tangible commitment. We do not beat around the bush, and we actually promise them that they can create a wardrobe that they will love, right? And why is that essential? Well, because then you will be able to exude confidence, right? So that is the promise. Now, discover 6 personal styling secrets for dressing yourself to stand out, and set a style statement as a Silicon Valley entrepreneur or executive, right? So we're not just clear about who we are targeting in the very first in the very first few words of the copy, but we're also very clear why do they need those 6 personal styling secrets, right? Because they want to stand out and set themselves apart. So we're not clearly striking long-winded conversations here or diluting the point, but we are really sort of putting the hammer on the nail's head and sort of driving home the point that why they really need those personal styling secrets, right? And then download this free ebook to go from, yes, I would definitely like you to notice this. Meh, I don't know what to wear to. I exactly know how I should look for the 5 o'clock meeting. So now that is that is the way you must you must come out that strongly when it comes to really selling your report, right? Because what you're promising people is a better version of themselves. You're promising them a transformation. The fact that they'll go from being really confused and struggling with their wardrobe to being really confident about what they should be wearing, to be knowing it intuitively what they would look good in, right? So that's the transformation that you're really promising. That's the transformation that you're really promising. That is that's the change that you're really promising, right? Get the personal styling ebook. Now that's a very specific call to action, which again promises something tangible in return for their click. Now again, this is your positioning statement. This is what really positions you as the authority that you are in your field. Joseph Rosenfeld is a Silicon Valley's most trusted brand strategist for high-profile individuals. So basically, who you're for. He works with people who understand how their personal styling and dressing impacts how the world sees them. So what you must notice is that we're not striking any long-winded conversation. We were straight away getting to the point that, emphasizing on the fact that personal styling and dressing impacts how the world sees them, right? And how that in turn has a profound impact on how they lead and advance professionally. So again, not asking all those questions, well, does personal styling have anything to do with how you advance professionally? No. We are actually making a claim here that yes, it does, right? And we work with people who appreciate that, who really understand that, right? So that's our method of really qualifying our prospects, and that's our method of really pinpointing at people who we really want to work with, because you want to work with people who have a certain kind of mindset, right? And also by doing this, we're very clear about our buyer temperature, about our visitor temperature. So the people who are visiting us and who are most likely to convert into your buyers are very aware that they need personal styling. You do not have to convince them anymore. They understand the importance of it. You just have to re-emphasize on it that you are the one for those kind of people, right? So keeping in mind your visitor temperature while writing your copy is the key to writing a copy which is strategic and confident and exudes authority. All right, so let's move ahead. Now this is a story, right? Now this is actually, again, we're not hurling information at people, we're not throwing information at people, we're being very, very specific with everything that we write, right? So I'm sorry, it's long, but it's going to be very interesting. So let's read further. Now, you say dressing is symbolic. If it wasn't, you would never find some of the world's greatest leaders being so consistent with their personal styling. So what you are really doing here is that you're making a case for yourself. You're actually strengthening your positioning. People wear $5,000 worth of a tuxedo because they know that it casts a statement, tells their story, and makes the world see them in a certain way. No, it's not about the fabric. This goes beyond. What goes best with your personal brand? That's what I'll help you discover. So while you're being very, very direct here, very, very direct here about who you are, what you stand for, and how you will add value to your prospect's life. So if you're hunting for clothes at random local shops and still struggling to create a wardrobe you will love, or if you truly appreciate that even before you utter your first word, people see you and form an instant opinion, and that your clothes are the pointed edge of the dagger, they make the first cut that matters. So again, we're really reinforcing the point that personal styling really matters, and while appreciating the fact that we know that you already know this, you appreciate this fact, right? Well, then I can help you get your first impression right, be it for the very important investor pitch or your very first dinner date, right? So that is how we're promising the transformation, and that's so tangible, like, right? It instantly makes me know why I need to dress right, right? You know, if I'm having an investor pitch or a dinner date. So that's the use case, if I may say so, of dressing right. And then we have this piece of copy, which is kind of a story followed by a testimonial, which again just goes and slams home the point, right? It's not a regular testimonial, but it really strengthens whatever we've been saying here, the case that we've been building through this copy. This testimonial comes and strengthens it. So we say, I not only have a wardrobe that I love choosing from, I feel confident as I step out onto the stage of life dressed for the part that I intend to play. Look at this. Look at the subtleties of this testimonial. Onto the stage of life, dressed for the part that I intend to play. Investor meeting? Check. Dinner date? Check. Right? I cannot say enough about Joseph. He's the essence of class and style. So that's a perfect testimonial which really strengthens the case for Joseph as a personal stylist, and it also strengthens his positioning really, right? And look at these details. People wear $5,000 worth of tuxedo because they know that it casts a statement. So that's the kind of details that you would really like to go in order to be able to position yourself as the authority that you are. So here are a few things that this copy does right. Let me just go over with you. It clearly brings out Joseph's USP and what sets him apart from a million other competing in the same niche for the same audience, positions him as an authority in the personal styling space, features a clear argument about why I must download the ebook. We're not making any generic Tom and Harry sort of promises here. You must notice that we're being very specific about why people need that ebook. With the powerful story featured there, the copy cuts through the noise and gives visitors solid reasons to believe in your services. We use powerful analogies, metaphors to strengthen our argument instead of keeping it bland and boring. Finally, the copy highlights the before and after situation, which is very important for any copy that's strategic, confident, and exudes authority. Well, so that's what I will help you with. If you have a landing page that needs a makeover, that needs some love, do write to me at theyouengine@gmail.com. Thank you so much for tuning in. This is it from me, and I'll see you again next time.